The class system. The French Revolution altered the society, but it was actually during the Industrial Revolution where society was profoundly changed. From states determined by birth, now we will have social classes determined by wealth. Now we have three social classes: the upper class, the middle class, and the lower class. The upper class consisted of the aristocracy and high bourgeoisie. The middle class were formed by low bourgeoisie, that's tradesmen, shopkeepers, artisans, teachers, mid-level government officials, lawyers, army officers. And the lower class was formed by industrial and agricultural workers. Legally, they can move from one class to another one, but actually it wasn't so easy. Although there was legal and judicial equality, everybody was judged by the same laws and courts of justice, in practice the economic inequality separated people depending on their wealth. And of course we are talking about male people. Women were completely subordinated to male. Their fathers, brothers, husbands. The upper class, formed by the aristocracy and high bourgeoisie, shared certain characteristics. The aristocracy, or nobility, started paying taxes since the old regime system was abolished, but they held leading positions due to their wealth. They held property of large lands, as we know. The bourgeoisie is getting more and more power, because industrialists and bankers belong to this social group. They encourage a new mentality, the bourgeoisie values. These values consisted of hard work, savings, family life, and religion. Bourgeoisie people lived in comfortable homes in new neighborhoods on the outskirts of cities and enjoyed leisure activities following the aristocracy example. Concerts, opera, theater, horse racing. The middle class were owners of property, but they were less wealthy than the high bourgeoisie. They shared with the high bourgeoisie of the upper class the bourgeoisie values, because they consider work and savings as the key to acquiring wealth. This middle class supported reforms to be part of the political life. Lower class was the majority of population. Here we can find peasantry, house servants, and the proletariat. Peasants were a diverse group. There were owners of land, day laborers, and serfs. Owners of plots of land were usually in Northern and Western Europe, whereas day laborers who worked for owners of large lands were typical from south of Europe. In Eastern Europe, especially in the Russian Empire, existed serfs working under very hard conditions. Industrial workers were known as proletariat because their only wealth was their own labor. The term proletariat comes from the Latin word proletarius, and that means the one who doesn't have other properties than his children. Proletarians exchanged their labors for a salary. They performed low-skilled tasks and received low salaries. They used to be illiterate because children left school at a young age to start working and support their families. This lack of education made very difficult moving from one social class to another one. House servants had better living conditions than other members of the lower class because they lived in houses where they worked in. Nevertheless, they received low salaries, and they had only one afternoon off a week and worked more than 12 hours a day.